Hi guys. So today we're going to spend time reviewing subtracting mixed numbers. Yesterday we did adding, so today we're going to focus on subtracting. And remember, this is nothing new. It was part of topic 10 and we're just reviewing this because some of you had some troubles on the subtracting mixed fractions, especially when we have to regroup. So I'm going to go over the steps and I'm going to go over some problems with you guys, and there's a worksheet for you to solve for today's assignment. So remember that there are 4 steps to solve subtracting mixed numbers. First one is finding the LCD for your fractions to make sure that your denominators are the same. Then changing your fractions so that we have the same denominator. Once you have your 2 new fractions, we can solve and regroup when needed. And then at the end, once you have your answer, make sure it's in simplest form. So let's go over some problems together. Okay, so in this one we have 8, 3 over 4 minus 2, 1 over 6. So first step, we want to find the LCD. And we can do this by finding the multiples of 4 and 6. So 4, 8, 12, 16, and so on. For 6 is 6, 12, and because 12 is the least common, that's going to be our new denominator. So step 2, we change our fractions. Let's keep our whole numbers here because we might need them to regroup, but we're going to change this fraction by multiplying by 3 to get 12 on the bottom, and over here we're going to multiply by 2 to get 12 on the bottom. So our new fraction would be 3 times 3 is 9 over 4 times 3 is 12. Then we're going to subtract, and this other fraction is going to be 2 as our whole number, and then 1 times 2 is 2, 6 times 2 is 12. So our denominators are the same. Now we can solve. This numerator is bigger than this numerator, so we don't have to worry about regrouping, and we can just subtract. We can subtract our whole numbers. 8 minus 2 is 6. Then 9 minus 2 is 7, all over 12. Okay, 7 over 12 is in simplest form, so this would be our answer. Let's go over another one. So here, again, we don't have the same denominator, so we need to find the LCD. And if we do our multiples, we'll figure out that our LCD is 24. And to get from 8 to 24, we're going to need to multiply this fraction by 3. And to get from 6 to 24, we're going to multiply this fraction by 4. So our new fractions are going to be 7, 15 over 24 minus 2, 4 over 24. Okay, because our numerator here is bigger than this one, we don't need to worry about regrouping, and we can just solve. So our whole number, 7 minus 2 is 5. Our numerators, 15 minus 4 is 11, and then 24 just stays the same. Our answer is in simplest form, so that would be the final answer. Okay, so let's go over 4, 1 over 3 minus 1, 3 over 4. Again, find our LCD. In this case, it's going to be 12. We're going to multiply this fraction by 4 and this fraction by 3. Our new fractions are going to be 4, 4 over 12 minus 1, 9 over 12. Okay, so this is the part where I meant we would need to regroup because we can't subtract 4 from 9. So there are 2 ways that we've done in the past. The first way is regrouping with your whole number, okay, or we can do improper form. So first I'm going to show you regrouping way. I'll do it in yellow. In this case, what we would do is we would take one whole number away from the 4, and it becomes a 3. Since we want to add that whole number to the numerator, it has to be in fraction form. And whole numbers are just the same number on top, same number on the bottom. In this case, because we have a 12, We want to use that number to make it easier for us, and we're going to add 12 over 12. That way we will get 3 16 over 12, and 16 would be bigger than 9, and it's easier to subtract. Another way you can think of it is because we're adding this whole number here, it's like adding this number and this number together. So when you take out that whole number from your original whole number in your fraction, you're going to add these two numbers together. So 4 plus 12 is 16. It's the same thing as adding that whole number here. Okay? When we solve, we get 3 minus 1, 2 as our whole number. 16 minus 9 is 7 over 12. And our answer is in simplest form, so that would be our answer. Remember, we can also do improper form and doing times plus times plus. So 12 times 4 is 48, plus 4 is 52 all over 12, minus 12 times 1 is 12, plus 9 will give us 21 over 12. When we subtract, we'll get 31 over 12. And then because we can't have improper form as our final answer, we need to do long division to find our mixed number. 12 goes into 31 twice, and we'll get 7 as our remainder. So 2 is our whole number, 7 is our numerator, 12 is our denominator. And if you notice, we get the same answer, whichever format you solve it in. Okay, let's try this one. 2, 1 over 6 minus 1, 1 over 2. I'm going to do LCD so that we can have the same denominator. And in this case, it's going to be 6. So 6 doesn't need to change. It's like if we're multiplying it by 1, this side is going to change by multiplying by 3. So our new fraction is going to be 2, 1 over 6 minus 1, 3 over 6. Again, we can't subtract because we have a smaller number trying to subtract. So we need to regroup. I'm going to show you again in red, regrouping. So here we're going to take 1 away, and it's going to become a 1 now. So that 1 that we took away from the 2 is going to add over here. But remember, there was a shortcut that we did. You can either do 6 over 6 or just add these two numbers together. So 1 plus 6 is 7, all over 6 as your denominator, minus 1, 3 over 6. When you subtract 1 minus 1, you get no more whole numbers. 7 minus 3 for your denominator will be 4, all over 6. Since we can simplify, we're going to divide both by 2 and get 2 over 3 as your final answer. We can also do improper way. So we'll do 2, 1 over 6. It's not letting me write. Okay, 2, 1 over 6 minus 1, 3 over 6 times plus times plus. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 1 is 13 over 6 minus 6 times 1 is 6 plus 3 is 9 over 6. 13 minus 9 is 4 over 6. Again, we can divide both by 2 and get 2 over 3. Same answer. Okay, we're going to go over one more problem. And this is when you have just one whole number minus a mixed number. And in this case, there's pretty much only one way to solve. So because there's no fraction here, it's kind of like if we have 0 over 0. So we need to take one whole number out of that one, becomes a 4, and that 1 that we're adding needs to be in fraction form. We're going to use the 3 because of our denominator. That's going to be 3 over 3. So remember, 3 over 3 is is the same as saying just 1 whole. So 1 plus 4 would give us our original number of 5. So 4, 3 over 3 minus 1, 2 over 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. Same denominator, and that's it. Okay, so go ahead and take some time reviewing these problems. You can also review back in topic 10 when we did subtracting fractions. You can take a look at your notes. Also take a look at your topic 10 test that we took when we were back in class, and notice any mistakes you might have made. So there is an assignment attached for today's work. There's a few subtracting fractions problems, so go ahead and solve those and make sure you attach it. And tomorrow we'll just do a review of both adding and subtracting fractions. Okay? Talk to you later.